Well folks, this one's gonna be a bit different because I currently don't even know where we're going. I'm not even sure which country we're going. Not because it's such a mysterious thing, but because you planned it and he sent me the files this morning and I haven't really looked into them yet, but it looked nice. I saw the shape of the walk and I saw some photos. I was like, that's a pretty one. And it's pretty weather, and as you may notice, I'm in a different car. My car is at the garage. Everyone who's been paying attention must have noticed at some point in the videos the motor management light on my dashboard. That has been an ongoing problem, not because of the car's fault, but because of the road service's fault and then a broken part. Just a total clusterfuck of car issues, but it should be fine tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm borrowing my parents' car. This is a convertible and it's a beautiful sunny day, and guess what doesn't work on this car? The roof! So yeah, the good news is it's actually 6 degrees outside, so it's too cold for an open roof drive anyway. I don't know how good the heating on this thing is, but at least we got transport, so I'm gonna pick up Joep and we'll pick up from there. We'll pick up Joep and we'll pick up from there. See you in a bit. This is a bit of an unplanned stop. Literally parked the car in a field here because we saw a side street. Because look at this. We don't know how much of this we're gonna get once we get going. But this is just mind-blowingly pretty.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome, Joep. I was walking straight through his short. But I gotta show you guys this. We're in Belgium, actually. It appears we find ourselves in Canada because no curling is allowed here. I don't know where you'd want to do that, I guess on the lake, but it's not particularly frozen. I don't think it has been in quite some time, so that sign probably needs a little update. Where are we, Joep?
We are at a casino lake. There's no casino in surrounding, but there is a beautiful lake, which is too unfrozen to curl, yep. Even if you would do it illegally. But we are in the village of Kelmis. That's in Belgium and Wallonia, so the French-speaking part. It was a pretty awesome drive. We had a lot of amazing views, but also amazing Belgian and even more foreign-looking roads and houses.
Villages, yeah.
So I'm really curious what this walk is going to be.
Yeah.
We have to go down here, Stijn. There's a small path.
Okay, I was fully assuming we were going there, but we're going.
How we
is this our route?
Come back. Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
Stijn, we have a problem, man.
What's our problem? Oh.
The theme of our last tour, that everything is closed, every fence that we have, but it's also private property. So.
This is not where we're supposed to go, was it?
No.
Okay.
So back to the Batmobile and let's try this again.
Okay, this looks like an easier route to travel and no gates keeping us out. We just got our first bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Not yet. So we're definitely in Wallonia. Yep. We're testing something.
Testing.
And we approve of what the camera has decided to do.
We miss all the beautiful houses. Check
this.
Look.
Okay. Oh my goodness. That is adorable.
My God.
Look at it. That's a cute place to live.
Oh, it started to rain.
Of course it started to rain. It's Tour de Meuse.
Snow.
It's not snow.
Welcome in spring.
Again. We find a little stream, but I would like to emphasize this is not the hill. This is a Tullibach?
Tullibach.
Rabbit. So it's raining and we're climbing. Nothing new. Not even in almost May. Let's hope summer is with us soon, but in the meantime this is a gorgeous area and you'd almost forget that there's people living all around this. We just saw a house cat run away from us. It wasn't very interested. But this is pretty much people's backyard. That's a good place.
Pretty.
It's so pretty and so green. The route is still a bit all over.
And the snow is also all over us.
Yeah, it's actually look on my it's actually snowing.
My God.
in April.
Prince was right again.
Yeah.
Sometimes it snows in April, but I don't want any more snow. I
would like some summer, yes, please. But in the meantime, you know,
let's go right.
it's unique. But we're out of the woods again, literally, and now in a more suburban area. I have no idea where we're going. Joep is completely
Back
controlling
into the
this.
woods.
Okay, let's get back into the woods. While the snow is falling down on us, we are climbing again. They really like their steps here. This part of Belgium, and many people don't know that, is actually German speaking. Belgium is a trilingual country. They got French, Flemish, which is pretty much Dutch, and German. And the German part's very small, but we're here now. They do seem to have a bit of a language identity crisis though, because all of the signs are in 2 languages. We just walked past the fire brigade and it said Feuerwehr Pompier, so they don't know either. Anyway, we're getting snowed on again. It's Namur all over again.
It snows.
What is this?
What the fuck is this?
I didn't know all of this. It has stopped snowing and we're actually walking back because Joep missed this lovely retro and very unnecessary.
Oh, it even functions.
Yeah, but we don't really need to use it, do we? No. Here we go. Unnecessary little gate. Here we go into the fields. Apparently this is a public footpath of sorts.
Grain circles.
Grain circles. They did make up their minds when it comes to the trash, because the trash can is completely in German. There's a chapel with a very rustic gate. Oh, well, thanks, Joep. Drama has happened. I figured I would step over the weird gate, and that went wrong. Oh, I hit my knee on one of those, you know, electrical bone things. It hurts really badly.
The sun is coming back.
And my knee is now fucked. Don't do as I did. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Ooh. Okay, I can walk again, and we are walking in the sunshine. What happened, you? Where did the snow go? Where did the sun come from?
Don't ask why, but enjoy it while it lasts.
So it doesn't rhyme in English, but in Dutch we have a saying that's pretty much April does what it wants. And it really does. It's just that this entire half year did what it wants. Joep is taking a photo. He also does what he wants. There's a calm to this place that you really only find in massive open areas of nature, you know, like a national park. And I can't really explain why, because as you can see, we're just in a built-up area. But it's like time sort of forgot this place and no one's coming here and they're missing out.
But now we are here.
Don't really want to change that, and we are now with this video. But this is a very beautiful place to walk.
Here, but one at a time, please.
One at a time, just one at a time. Pick your ticket. I was just saying how un-Belgian this area feels. Everything looks very well kept, but not boring. So not in like a German way where everything's just basic. It's all very cute. It's all a bit alternative, and it's all in
just
great
like us.
shape. Yes, especially us. Cute and alternative. Yes. If you have no alternatives. There's a bit of a theme going on here. When we drove here, I said it almost feels Canadian here, like American here, the American countryside. And then I said about the curling thing that apparently we're in Canada, and now we find this.
Same.
I think we're in Canada, Joep.
Are we in Canada?
How did we get here so quick?
My God. That's what stardom does to you.
You end up in Canada. We leave the village behind us and walk back into the mud, back into nature. I just said to Joep, hey, I expected more nature on this walk. And he said, well, there's going to be a lot of it later. So we had a cool introduction.
That starts now.
We had a cool introduction to the village, and now starts the plowing through the mud. I'm looking forward to this, especially with the sun out.
We almost skipped this walk because this is so close to our destination of last week. And it's going to be so close to the destination of next week. So I thought, oh, maybe it's too much, but man, I'm very happy that we decided to just do all the pretty walks.
So far so good.
On
and
the Geul.
The Geul's not that long, so we may as well, you know, get the most out of it.
We will.
I'm still getting used to not pointing out where the Maas is, but I'm sure we'll get used to it at some point. But in the meantime,
the Geul.
It's the Geul.
Oh my God.
There it is. There's the river we're following. It's not exactly the same size.
I didn't know if we mentioned it before, but time for some history lessons for you guys. The Geul is actually the fastest streaming river of the Netherlands. It starts at a point that it's 250 meters higher than the point where it enters the Maas, and because of that the water goes really fast. So that's even better for us because it's it's only 58 kilometers. So if we would canoe this tour, we would do it in, I think, 1 day. But with the baby steps that we are taking, I think this is going to be a really long tour, at least on YouTube, and I already love it.
We bought the right shoes, Joep.
Treden op eigen gevaar. Betreden op eigen gevaar. Whoa, enter at own danger.
Risk. And then there was a bridge. It's a railroad bridge that we didn't see coming, even though we saw it on the way here. I don't think we really knew we would walk under it at some point, but it's very, very large and very impressive. And it would be cool if a train went over it now, but it doesn't. Well, I hope those donkeys are also well trained, because we're gonna have to walk pretty close to them. They seem quite chill. They're keeping an eye on us though. We've got donkeys, we've got sheep. Hello! The donkeys are guarding the sheep. The sheep are guarding the bridge. Hello! Hello donkeys! Is het bericht trouwens? Okay, so it says, close the door well, the donkey will escape.
Wait for it.
Okay, how does this work? How does this work actually? Like so? Yes! It sort of works. Oh, I know what you're gonna do.
Oh, I have to do it in English.
Yes.
I
think we're in Italy, Joep. The
Why?
bird watcher's hut of Pisa.
That's a piece of shit.
It is a bit of a piece of shit, isn't it? One more stormy night, I swear, and it's down there. Joep has very noisy feet.
It actually feels like we're in the middle of nowhere here, but there are actually people living everywhere. There's a big farm and some houses over there. We're actually entering a small village now. And the international train is crossing this very huge bridge.
Another huge bridge.
One might wonder why it's so calm here. This is a very touristic area, but we actually are the only people here.
We've seen outside of their own
We are
gardens.
walking for 3 hours now. You have to love it.
Our environment has yet again changed drastically. We're now walking on the side of the railroad track. There's someone riding a horse to my left. I won't film them because I didn't ask for permission. And it looks a bit more industrial here all of a sudden. The horse also has something to say about that, yes. Joep, can you test this bridge for me? Not wobbly. But it does have the railroad crossing under it. It would be cool if it was a train right now. And in case you wonder why I speak so weird, I have a fisherman's friend. Not some dude. It's actually a candy. Joep just gave it to me. I wouldn't eat it if it was a dude. Small, narrow track on the side of the bridge going down. The railroad tracks, if you can see, are still there. And we are leaving the paved roads again, which is good. Means adventure. Our walk is going through a field. All of a sudden. A very windy field. Ah! You can't really see it in the video, but it's only like 9 degrees or so. It's really cold. We're exiting the fields. We've seen a lot of fields. Everything behind me is what we walked. It was all fields. And now we're starting to see something pretty damn awesome. Through this last slightly rusty gate, we enter the road that leads us to the castle. We've spoken too soon. This is not it. Joep was telling me we were going to see the castle, but this is not the castle. There will be a castle.
It's Schloss Thor, so the castle of the god of thunder, and I think that's why the weather changed so dramatically now. Man.
But our princess is in another castle, Joep? Joep is doing some research there. Okay, we figured it out thanks to this awesome wooden map. We are here, you see, and we're going there, and that is where the proper castle is. So you didn't need to speak too soon, but all is not lost. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Seriously, kids these days with their phones, it's ridiculous.
It's the map.
You're a map, and so am I. There will be more maps after me. I can imagine that housing prices here are remarkably low because it's so in the middle of nowhere. But if you like a little calm and peacefulness, this could be a good place to go.
Full of peace.
Full of peace. We are full of peace. Except that guy then. They couldn't figure out the street names here, so they literally have a different name in German and in French for this street. It leads to an abbey, you just said?
Yeah, it looks like a church or an abbey or all of the above.
We're trespassing because obviously work is being done here, so we can't follow the route. Keep off the grass, kids. So all jokes aside, the German and French actually said the same thing. This is ringing. This is a home for the elderly, and it has some religious connotation. It's very pretty though, except for the modern frames, modern window frames. That's just a bit painful.
Oh, getting worse.
Comes with, oh my goodness, yes. This better squeak.
So pretty. Oh.
So pretty. You presented the field. Let me see. Oh, I can see what went wrong there. Who puts that? Well, okay. Actually, compliments to Joep because he was hit by a car on his bike 2 days ago. Actually, you sort of hit the car, but it still wasn't your fault. And he's in a bit of pain, so him walking ahead of me, it's very impressive. It's what we do for you guys. We're not sure why this says Meuse, but here's another stream. This is a particularly pretty one, and also very wobbly bridge. We haven't had one this wobbly in a long time.
That's what she said.
After you. See if you can do a better job this time. I was like, I'm gonna put it on the thing, but it's a bit too shaky and I don't want it to end up in the stream. We just saw someone walking and we were wondering why they looked drunk, but we're trying to understand how they even got through this field, because it's extremely wet here, and every step you take you sink away into the... Where are you going, Joep?
What are you thinking about?
Joep is trying alternative routes, but they're all very swampy. Oh shit. Keep walking. Don't sink. Don't sink.
It's good that people know us by now, and they know that we always get thirsty after 9 kilometers. So they prepared. Oh! Cheers.
Enjoy your palm. This is our first gate without some sort of extra treacherous thing attached to it. They all had barriers or planks or whatever. Joep still manages to almost fall. Oh, there's another one, Joep. We've had so many of those little gates. I don't know why there's even so many. But it smells good here. Wood burning stove and all. So Joep just sat down on that bench there to fix his shoes, and I just sat down on this rock. And this, I'm not kidding, has to be the most comfortable rock I've ever been on. It's apparently perfectly ass-shaped. It has the right height. I'm super comfy right now.
Ass-shaped rock.
Ass-shaped rocks. How are you doing there, Joep?
Man.
Struggle? Yeah, exactly. Mountain Street. Joep, we're in the mountains.
I feel that.
It's noticeable how many signs there are everywhere about, you know, who owns certain benches or trees or little bits of history. Not necessarily too interesting.
Hey, what's this?
What's what? Oh, there's a whole... Is that a bus stop? What's this?
Fancy bus stop with information inside.
And that's the thing. You can tell that they really care about this environment, making it look good, making it interesting for people to go to. I've never seen a place that's as well kept and well loved as wherever we are now. And now we're in this. And we can learn about the birds and the bees.
Oh, we saw these.
We did see them, yes.
There are actually many of them.
Yeah.
I was a bit afraid to cross the field early in the video because there were like 7 or 8 of these guys. But they didn't attack us yet.
Yet. I mean, you don't look like a mouse, Joep.
Yeah, but it's a
Or a
thing.
bunny
If you're
rabbit.
walking in some areas, they will attack you.
They can, yes. So that's what this is. It's pretty much just to sit and learn about the birds and the bees. And according to these bees, also the bees and the bees, because that's the bees' needs. Joep encountered another swamp, and now I'm walking where he was walking, so of course I'm also encountering a swamp. It's very swampy.
Then, I think we officially found the most useless fence gate in the whole of Belgium.
After you.
My lord. Great success.
Looks like we're actually in a swamp. This is a bit of a safe to cross area, but look at that. It's a little stream running through the field. Cute as heck.
As you can see, there's an accidental path here.
Is that the path?
Not as
Looks like a stream to me.
useful as I thought it would be. There's a heart-shaped tree. That's nice, but
It doesn't really help us.
I think it is.
So we're sort of broadly going there
I think we just have to
at mid-defeat.
just
Get lost in the forest. We got this, Joep. It's very squishy here because the trees have been taken down and nothing is preventing this ground from getting very soft now. There's supposed to be a gate somewhere. We have yet to find said gate, but we're sort of circumventing the swamp because walking in a swamp doesn't seem like the best idea. I do wonder if the gate is still there though. We may have to get a bit creative in this woody swampy area. It is very nice though, because again there's no one here. Just these two noisy buggers. Aha. We have found the end to our misery. Yet another completely different kind of fence. How does this one work?
it works the hard way or the easy way, but I prefer the hard way.
You go for the hard way.
Oh. There's
Don't touch that wire.
there's electricity here.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you are allowed to curl here, but you can't drive a car here or a moped. That makes sense. We're walking on the outskirts of a ranch. There's a typical entrance porch there, and the ranch is there with massive stables. This is not something you ever see in the Netherlands. We just don't have the space for something like this, which is funny because Belgium's a smaller country, but there's also a lot less people.
I think we're actually heading towards the fancy gate.
Fancy gate. I would like to see that up close. It looks very Americana. The I should call that bird Old Bicycle Pump.
Very fancy.
So fancy. Meow. Ik hoop dat ik die heb, want ik heb me gewoon gemikt. Mijn scherm stond niet open. Looks like we have a new companion. Bye companion. Bye companion. So after talking to the cat of the land, we are now approaching the castle. It's in the distance and it is mighty impressive.
My goodness.
We walked into the fields to get a good view of the castle. And the heap of shit to the right of the castle. But hey, we're in the countryside, right?
This is actually why we did all this. The rain, the snow, the blistering heat of the Belgian sun. Welcome to Emma's castle. Legend goes that while Charlemagne lived here, his daughter Emma wasn't allowed to date anybody, and especially not people living and working in a castle. But as it goes, she fell in love with the rider of Charlemagne that also lived here in the castle. At one night, it was snowy. They decided, fuck it, we need a date. So they had a secret date around the castle. And clever Emma thought, if I carry him on my back, they wouldn't notice his footsteps. But Charlemagne was an old guy. He had pain in his back and he couldn't sleep. And he watched the two young lovebirds from one of the windows in the castle. But instead of punishing him and her, he actually gave him the castle and let them marry. It's a pity that it's closed now. It's actually for sale, so if anybody's watching, it needs some renovation. But there's a well inside of these castle walls, and this legend is somewhere on the well. There must be a print or I think a small statue of a girl carrying a guy on her back. So poor Emma, falling in love, marry her dream guy and ending up living in this castle. Stijn, what do you think?
I think you're carrying the microphone and they can't hear me.
Okay.
I think it's a great pity we can't enter this place because it looks really awesome and I would love to walk its gardens. It's a proper Disney castle, this one. And it looks especially impressive if you come from there, where we came from, because you're a little higher and you can see the whole thing. Actually, when you're standing in front of it, you only see fragments. The route doesn't take us around it, but I suggest we take a little... It does?
Yeah, wait.
Okay, then we will take a little stroll and shoot some nice imagery, because this is a place of great beauty. And a cool legend as well. What more could you ask for?
The Geul.
No, beer.
Oh, and beer. The Geul is actually right behind the castle.
Then we should go there.
I hope beer is entering this video soon as well.
Yes, may beer enter the video. On y va. We're slightly confused about the Jägermeister and whatever that is. This part seems like it's not completely empty. But there was no sign saying we couldn't go there, so we had a little peek through the cracks. And we couldn't see shit, but it was still impressive. A car just passed with loads of little figurines on the dashboard, and I'm pretty sure that's the people who hung that thing from that gate. Anyway, look at the weather!
She's driving up to the castle.
Is she driving up to the castle?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, she looked friendly. Lady of the house speaking. The weather's turned great, like really good.
Good enough for beer.
Always good enough for beer. It's not like we haven't had beer after a horrible rainy cold day. You think there's a what?
If you have to rate the parts of the Geul, I think this is 11 out of 10.
Is that the Geul?
Yes, it is.
That's the Geul at its best.
My God, there's a little... Oh,
spectacular. It looks like something from a dream or a movie. It's official, Joep. We found a sign for the hill.
Now we officially started.
Yes, and we are right above the hill, obviously, because that's why the sign is here. In one of the prettiest things I've seen during any of these walks. It's really hard to capture on video, but with the sound of the stream and that super weird, surrealistic little house behind us, and the trees and the sun, oh my goodness, this is something else. I definitely would recommend going here, especially when the sun is out.
They are preparing the hill for mass tourism. Once these videos are online, everybody wants to see this. Now it's only that floating duck and these two bastards. Man, I love deer.
I didn't expect this here, actually. Very mountainous terrain. What's that saying?
For mountaineering.
It's for mountaineering?
Bouldering.
Oh yeah, it is actually. And here it shows a little dinosaur. Apparently he's called Daniel. And he's puking rainbows, so that's all good. It's the last yards, isn't it?
Yes. And though it looks like we're in the middle of a big forest, what actually is.
I mean, we are.
The hill is somewhere going towards the lake that we saw earlier, the casino lake. And if my route is still on my side, it's 1 kilometer in that direction.
Is that what a beer is?
That's not sure yet.
Actually, he's speaking the truth. We don't really have a beer plan yet, which is quite rare on these walks, but this is all tiny little villages and forests and the hill, of course, and not so much a town or a city where you could have a beer. So we're a bit worried about that. We'll make it work one way or the other. Up close and personal with the girl again. There she is. Joep, I don't think we ever took longer walking 13 kilometers. We kept
Too much
getting
distracted.
There was so many cool things to see.
And we even didn't visit the pizza automat.
Yeah, yeah, because you wanted to eat at home, which is actually a pity because there's automatic pizza makers here and I'm actually really curious about it.
Yeah, let's find out.
Some other time?
No.
No? Are you gonna get pizza now?
No, I just want to check out the machine.
Oh, yeah. Very dangerous thing to do. Back at Lake Casino with some heavy weather behind it. I think it's a good thing we're back at the car.
Whoa.
Whoa, yes. Yeah, whoa indeed. So far for pittoresque. But do you remember some videos ago in Bemelen? No, Joep doesn't, but I just edited it. Do you remember when Joep said he didn't want beer? And then he got beer.
The dreams have come true.
So, Joep,
Yeah?
what did you just say you didn't want?
I can't remember, but people of the internet, look at this beauty. It's a pizza automatique.
Let's see how horrible this is. Touché ici, it says, and he touches it everywhere except there. Either way. English. Ticket by email only. No ticket can be printed. Cool.
Yeah?
Okay, let's see if the payment works. 10 euros including tax. Continuez. Okay, here we go.
I hope it's cut.
I hope it's... That's a good point actually.
Oh man.
Approved. Your order has been confirmed. Your pizza. Would you like a receipt? Send by email. No or send by email. Let's do this. We can put it in the video, you.
No.
Yes, we will. Anyway, they're making a pizza now for us. It's probably going to be horrible, although it must be said, it actually smells quite alright here. You can actually smell it. You can actually smell that it's coming.
I'm binge watching my pizza.
Binge watching pizza. Ooh, it's like a videotape.
Whoa, it's actually very...
That doesn't look too bad.
There's a knife.
Comes with a knife.
It comes with a knife.
Comes with a challenge. It comes with 1 olive.
Yes.
Let's get to the car. I just realized gas stations have cold beer in Belgium. So with a bit of luck. Okay, he's going for a leffe, but I'm not gonna go for that much alcohol right now, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go jupe.
Jupe.
I don't have much choice actually. Ta-da-da. Danke.
Vielen Dank. Danke.
Well, that went better than expected. We just managed to score beer and pizza because there's actually no bars here at all, nowhere near. What were you gonna say?
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, it's freezing cold right now. It's really cold.
I think the pizza is frozen again.
Well, it should have been freshly made. It shouldn't have been a frozen pizza, but 3 minutes it took, by the way. Anyway, let's quickly get to the car and enjoy our food. Oh, that's gonna save you. Did they bake the knife as well?
It's not the most romantic ending of a video, but it's what we promised. Beer in Belgium. A pizza. Oh, yes.
Well, that's a pity.
Stijn, you fucked up, man.
Yeah, I actually made some really cool video of us getting into the car with the pizza and my
No,
beer.
you didn't.
Well, I didn't actually. I dropped my beer here, as you can see, and it was all, yeah, it's all over my glasses. That's what's on my glasses. That's not rain. So you will never get to see that. But we also did a review on the pizza, and I would like to reiterate, it's actually really not bad. It's like, if you went to an Italian place, you'd be like, average. But compared to like a frozen pizza or like a cheap pizza place that also does kebabs and such, this is actually a good pizza.
Hello?
Stijn,
We had pizza!
back at the Batmobile.
Back in the Batmobile.
We're actually driving a black car today.
Yeah, it feels a bit Batmobile-ish.
So it's very Batmobile-ish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I was just telling Stijn that yesterday when I found these walks, actually I had an option of 2. And the other one sounded better on paper, so we almost skipped this one.
That would have been a waste.
That would have been a terrible waste. And this is also why we are not skipping any villages on the Geul route, because I think we're in for a pretty treat.
Yeah, the first one was really nice as well in Aachen last week. This one was gorgeous, and I don't think the video really captured it, but my goodness, follow the walk in the description because it's so worth it. And very doable as well. It's not too heavy.
Actually, the drive to this region and now the drive
yeah, the views
back,
are just, oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's only worth sitting in the car. It's even worth sitting in the car and just watching outside.
Yeah.
To all the
stopping every now and then.
Church breaking down here. Yeah, it's so Belgium, but also so, I don't know, feels a bit French.
It was one of the surprising ones. I didn't expect it to be nearly as nice as it was. And yeah, I was blown away. And again, it's the slowest walk we ever took because we kept getting distracted by all of the beauty.
The slowest walk following the fastest river.
Yeah, hi, that's nice.
Isn't
actually.
that
I like
contradiction?
That. I like that. So, with that being said, next week we'll be in the same environment. Our walks almost overlap. And we thought that might be a bad idea, but now having seen this place, we know it's a great idea. So we will see you next week, I guess.
Oh, by the way, we're driving next to an American cemetery, the War Memorial. It's very impressive.
Yeah, it's huge, and you can't see it. It's actually a waste.
Stan will put a picture in
I'll
this.
put a picture in there, yeah.
And let's enjoy more views and leave the people at home.
People, we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So it doesn't rhyme in Dutch. Oh. It does rhyme in Dutch, right? So it doesn't rhyme in English, but in Dutch we have a saying. So that's what it is, and I think it's pretty much just too shit. Let's do this again.
Shit in the cabin.
Take 2.
Oh, die moet je gewoon erin houden.
Nee, die gaat in de bloopers. We're walking on the outskirts. We're walking on the outskirts. Yeah, I couldn't. Let's do this again.
But that was, of course, totally for. Je gaat toch knippen doen, hè?
Ja.